What's up, guys? How are you all? I hope you're super excited for the series where we are going to complete NCERT reading of class 11 and 12 biology as well as chemistry. Please do comment down below if you want me to do physics as well. As of now, our first target is class 11 biology. So, invite your friends, like, share, and subscribe. And now, let's not waste any more time and get started with the chapter. Parts of a flower. Each flower normally has four whorls, which is calyx, corolla, and roscium and gynoecium. Figure 5.10. Calyx. The calyx is the outermost whorl of the flower, and the members are called sepals. Generally, sepals are green, leaf like, and protect the flower in the bud stage. The calyx may be gamosepalous, sepals united, or polysepalous, sepals free. Corolla. Corolla is composed of petals. Petals are usually brightly colored to attract insects for pollination. Like calyx, corolla may also be gamopetalous, petals united, or polypetalous, petals free. The shape and color of corolla varies greatly in plants. Corolla may be tubular, bell-shaped, funnel-shaped, or wheel-shaped. Estivation. The mode of arrangement of sepals or petals in floral bud with respect to other members of the same whorl is known as estivation. The main types of estivation are valvate, twisted, imbricate, and vexillary. Figure 5.11. When sepals or petals in a whorl just touch one another at the margin without overlapping, as in Calotropis, it is said to be valvate. If one margin of the appendige overlaps that of the next one, and so as in China rose, lady's finger, and cotton, it is called twisted. If the margins of sepals or petals overlap one another, but not in any particular direction, as in Cassia and gull moher, the estivation is called imbricate. In pea and bean flowers, there are five petals. The largest standard overlaps the two lateral petals, wings, which in turn overlap the two smallest anterior petals, keel. This type of estivation is known as vexillary or papillonaceous. Figure 5.10. Parts of a flower. Figure 5.11. Types of estivation in corolla. A. Valvate. B. Twisted. C. Imbricate. D. Vexillary. Androecium. Androecium is composed of stamens. Each stamen, which represents the male reproductive organ, consists of a stalk or a filament and an anther. Each anther is usually bilobed, and each lobe has two chambers, the pollen sacs. The pollen grains are produced in pollen sacs. A sterile stamen is called staminode. Stamens of flower may be united with other members, such as petals, or among themselves. When stamens are attached to the petals, they are called epipetalous, as in brinjal, or epiphyllous when attached to the perianth, as in the flowers of lily. The stamens in a flower may either remain free, polyandrous, or may be united in varying degrees. The stamens may be united into one bunch or one bundle, monoadelphous, as in China rose, or two bundles, diadelphous, as in pea, or into more than two bundles, polyadelphous, as in citrus. There may be variation in the length of filaments within a flower, as in salvia and mustard. Gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flower and is made up of one or more carpels. A carpel consists of three parts, namely stigma, style, and ovary. Ovary is the enlarged basal part on which lies the elongated tube, the style. The style connects the ovary to the stigma. The stigma is usually at the tip of the style and is the receptive surface for pollen grains. Each ovary bears one or more ovules attached to a flattened cushion-like placenta. When more than one carpel is present, they may be free, as in lotus and rose, and are called apocarpus. They are termed syncarpus when carpels are fused, as in mustard and tomato. After fertilization, the ovules develop into seeds and ovary matures into a fruit. Placentation. The arrangement of ovules within the ovary is known as placentation. The placentation are of different types, namely marginal, axial, parietal, basal, central, and free central. Figure 5.12. In marginal placentation, the placenta forms a ridge along the ventral suture of the ovary, and the ovules are borne on this ridge, forming two rows as in pea. When the placenta is axial and the ovules are attached to it in a multilocular ovary, the placentation is said to be axile, as in China rose, tomato, and lemon. In parietal placentation, the ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary or on peripheral part. Ovary is one chambered, but it becomes two chambered due to the formation of the false septum. Example, mustard and argemone. When the ovules are born on central axis and septa are absent, as in dianthus and primrose, the placentation is called free central. In basal placentation, the placenta develops at the base of the ovary and a single ovule is attached to it, as in sunflower, marigold. Figure 5.12 Types of placentation: A. Marginal, B. Axile, C. Parietal, D. Free central, E. Basal. The fruit. The fruit is a characteristic feature of the flowering plants. It is a mature or ripened ovary developed after fertilization. If a fruit is formed without fertilization of the ovary, it is called as a parthenocarpic fruit. Generally, the fruit consists of a wall or pericarp and seeds. The pericarp may be dry or fleshy. When pericarp is thick and fleshy, it is differentiated into the outer epicarp, the middle mesocarp, and the inner endocarp. In mango and coconut, the fruit is known as a drupe. Figure 5.13. They develop from monocarpillary superior ovaries and are one-seeded. In mango, the pericarp is well differentiated into an outer thin epicarp, a middle fleshy edible mesocarp, and an inner stony hard endocarp. In coconut, which is also a drupe, the mesocarp is fibrous. The seed. The ovules after fertilization develop into seeds. A seed is made up of a seed coat and an embryo. The embryo is made up of a radicle, an embryonal axis, and one, as in wheat, maize, or two cotyledons, as in gram and pea. Figure 5.13 Parts of a fruit: A. Mango, B. Coconut. Structure of a dicotyledonous seed. The outermost covering of a seed is the seed coat. The seed coat has two layers, the outer testa and the inner tegmen. The hilum is a scar on the seed coat through which the developing seeds were attached to the fruit. Above the hilum is a small pore called the micropyle. Within the seed coat is the embryo, consisting of an embryonal axis and two cotyledons. The cotyledons are often fleshy and full of reserve food materials. At the two ends of the embryonal axis are present the radicle and the plumule. Figure 5.14. In some seeds, such as castor, the endosperm formed as a result of double fertilization is a food storing tissue and called endospermic seeds. In plants such as bean, gram, and pea, the endosperm is not present in mature seeds, and such seeds are called non-endospermous. Figure 5.14 Structure of dicotyledonous seed. Structure of monocotyledonous seed. Generally, monocotyledonous seeds are endospermic, but some, as in orchids, are non-endospermic. In the seeds of cereals such as maize, the seed coat is membranous and generally fused with the fruit wall. The endosperm is bulky and stores food. The outer covering of endosperm separates the embryo by a proteinaceous layer called eleuron layer. The embryo is small and situated in a groove at one end of the endosperm. It consists of one large and shield-shaped cotyledon known as scutellum and a short axis with a plumule and a radicle. The plumule and radicle are enclosed in sheaths which are called coleoptile and coleorhiza respectively. Figure 5.15. Figure 5.15 Structure of a monocotyledonous seed. Semi-technical description of a typical flowering plant. Various morphological features are used to describe a flowering plant. The description has to be brief, in a simple and scientific language, and presented in a proper sequence. The plant is described beginning with its habit, vegetative characters, roots, stems, and leaves, and then floral characters, inflorescence, and flower parts. After describing various parts of plant, a floral diagram and a floral formula are presented. The floral formula is represented by some symbols. In the floral formula, Br stands for bracteate, K stands for calyx, C for corolla, P for perianth, A for androecium, and G for gynoecium. G with a dash below it for superior ovary and G with a dash above it for inferior ovary. For male, for female, for bisexual plants, for actinomorphic, and for zygomorphic nature of flower. Fusion is indicated by enclosing the figure within bracket and adhesion by a line drawn above the symbols of the floral parts. A floral diagram provides information about the number of parts of a flower, their arrangement, and the relation they have with one another. Figure 5.16. The position of the mother axis with respect to the flower is represented by a dot on the top of the floral diagram. Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium are drawn in successive whorls, calyx being the outermost and gynoecium being in the center. Floral formula also shows cohesion and adhesion within parts of whorls and between whorls. The floral diagram and floral formula in figure 5.16 represents the mustard plant family Brassicaceae. Figure 5.16 Floral diagram with floral formula. Solanaceae. It is a large family commonly called as the potato family. It is widely distributed in tropics, subtropics, and even temperate zones. Figure 5.17 Vegetative characters. Plants, mostly herbs, shrubs, and rarely small trees. Stem, herbaceous, rarely woody, aerial, erect, cylindrical, branched, solid or hollow, hairy or glabrous. Underground stem in potato, Solanum tuberosum. Leaves, alternate, simple, rarely pinnately compound, exstipulate, venation, reticulate. Floral characters. Inflorescence, solitary, axillary, or cymose as in Solanum. Flower, bisexual, actinomorphic. Calyx, sepals 5, united, persistent, valvate estivation. Corolla, petals 5, united, valvate estivation. Androecium, stamens 5, epipetalous. Gynoecium, bicarpellary, obligately placed. Syncarpus, ovary superior, bilocular, placenta swollen with many ovules, axile. Fruits, berry or capsule. Seeds, many, endospermous. Floral formula. Actinomorphic, bisexual. Calyx, 5, gamosepalous. Corolla, 5, gamopetalous. Androecium, 5, epipetalous. Gynoecium, 2, syncarpus, superior ovary. Economic importance. Many plants belonging to this family are sources of food: tomato, brinjal, potato. Spice, chili. Medicine, belladonna, ashwagandha. Fumigatory, tobacco. Ornamentals, petunia. Figure 5.17 Solanum nigrum, McCoy plant. A. Flowering twig. B. Flower. C. LS of flower. D. Stamens. E. Carpel. F. Floral diagram. Summary. Flowering plants exhibit enormous variation in shape, size, structure, mode of nutrition, lifespan, habit, and habitat. They have well developed root and shoot systems. Root system is either taproot or fibrous. Generally, dicotyledonous plants have taproots, while monocotyledonous plants have fibrous roots. The root in some plants get modified for storage of food, mechanical support, and respiration. The shoot system is differentiated into stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. The morphological features of stems, like the presence of nodes and internodes, multicellular hair, and positively phototropic nature, helps to differentiate the stems from roots. Leaf is a lateral outgrowth of stem developed exogenously at the node. These are green in color to perform the function of photosynthesis. Leaves exhibit marked variation in their shape, size, margin, apex, and extent of incisions of the leaf blade, called lamina. The flower is a modified shoot meant for sexual reproduction. The flowers are arranged in different types of inflorescences. They exhibit enormous variation in structure, symmetry, position of ovary in relation to other parts, arrangement of petals, sepals, ovules, etc. After fertilization, the ovary is modified into fruits and ovules into seeds. Seeds either may be monocotyledonous or dicotyledonous. They vary in shape, size, and period of viability. The floral characteristics form the basis of classification and identification of flowering plants. This can be illustrated through semi-technical descriptions of families. Hence, a flowering plant is described in a definite sequence by using scientific terms. The floral features are represented in the summarized form as floral diagrams and floral formula. Awesome guys, so this marks the end of the chapter. I hope you liked the video. Please share your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's meet next Sunday to continue the series with a new chapter. Bye.